The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have captured worldwide media attention after the couple disclosed fresh allegations against the royal family, airing particular criticism of Prince William's conduct. Prince Harry has alleged the Prince of Wales screamed and shouted during a private family meeting as the brothers, among other senior members of the family, discussed plans for the Duke and Duchess to step down from royal duties. Meanwhile, Meghan has hinted at tension between herself and the Princess of Wales as she honed in on an awkward hugging encounter during their first meeting. While Buckingham Palace has refused to comment on the Netflix docuseries, in an exclusive interview with the Mail, Kate Middleton's uncle Gary Goldsmith has hit out at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's hissy fits. Reflecting on the revelations within the series, Mr. Goldsmith said, "I think Catherine and William will be feeling deeply wounded. They love Harry, they miss him. He is family and, despite this attack, I believe they'd still welcome him and Meghan back. There's nothing Catherine would want more than for the brothers to be reconciled because that's the real love story here. Two brothers who love each other but have been torn apart. No one wants Prince Harry to be unhappy. No one wants to see Meghan so depressed she felt like taking her life, but is this really the best way to go about repairing relationships? To me, the series felt not only scripted and inauthentic, but unfair, self-interested, unreasonable and untrue, especially when done in the knowledge that William and Catherine could never answer back." Speaking of the series overall, Mr. Goldsmith said, "To be honest, I found it to be a self-pitying whinge-fest. I feel magnificently disappointed with them and their complete lack of respect for the Queen, who was old and unwell when they were filming this." In the second episode of the series, the Duchess of Sussex recounted her first meeting with Prince William and Kate. "Even when Will and Kate came over and I had met her for the first time, they came for dinner. I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. I was a hugger, always being a hugger. I didn't realize that that is really jarring for a lot of Brits. I guess I started to understand very quickly that the formality on the outside carried through on the inside. That there is a forward-facing way of being." Mr. Goldsmith has shunned the suggestion that his niece is overly formal with family members. "Kate's a hugger. Yes. At her younger sister Pippa's wedding in 2017, she had Prince George in her arms and literally ran over to give me and my daughter Tallulah a massive hug. Her words to George were, 'This is Tallulah, she's one of our favorite cousins. Would you like to hug her or give her a high five?' And George went straight into a hug. She then introduced me and he did exactly the same thing. Kate is really relaxed in her own skin and she is not playing a part." He added, "As her uncle, I can tell you that this presentation of Kate as cold is just laughable." In an unprecedented account of a private family meeting, Prince Harry claimed Prince William lost his temper as senior members discussed the best way for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to distance themselves from the institution. Prince Harry recalled, "It was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me, and my father says things that just simply weren't true, and my grandmother, you know, quietly sit there, and sort of take it all in." In addition, Prince Harry has openly criticized the traditional expectations of royal marriage, with the suggestion that male members of the family are often pressured to choose a partner who suits the mold of the firm. He said, "I think, for so many people in the family, especially obviously the men, there can be a temptation or an urge to marry someone who would fit in the mold as opposed to somebody who you perhaps are destined to be with. The difference between making decisions with your head, or your heart. Don't miss, Mr. Goldsmith has slammed the suggestion that the royal marriage between the Prince and Princess of Wales was for the benefit of the monarchy. He said, "The real fairy tale love story is Catherine and William. They are now working together as a cohesive unit while the other fairy tale couple in America are being massively disruptive." William and Kate first met when they were still at school and met again when both students at St. Andrews University. They were friends first, but they definitely married for love. "I saw it for myself," he added. Kate was a commoner, so certainly didn't fit the royal mold. Her maternal grandfather, my father, was a painter and decorator, and her grandmother was an accounts clerk, and what they gave her was a huge work ethic. Reflecting on the contents of the Netflix series, Mr. Goldsmith said, "They promised bombs, but it wasn't exactly the Blitz, was it? More like a series of hissy fits and throwing toys out of the pram." He suggested, as the Fab Four, William and Kate and Harry and Meghan could have been superheroes. He later added, "It's a terrible shame and I actually feel sad for Harry and Meghan. They are on their own, miles away from happiness, and miles away from reconciling with their family." Read next.